we're looking to buy more Twitter here.
So you like how he's doing?
We are so excited by what he's doing. Now, regardless of your political leanings, when someone like Tucker Carlson leaves or is fired from Fox and says, I'm putting the show on Twitter, which just happened, something is changing in the media world.
As an investor, does that concern you? Well, except for the service being down here and there, but okay.
Many of you probably do have Teslas. Many people in the investment community clearly don't, because they don't understand what this last software upgrade did for full self-driving. I mean, I think they're almost there.
In this video, a 4-letter word with a stick up her 3-letter word talks to Cathie Wood about Elon Musk, Tesla, Twitter, and more. By the way, just wanted to take a quick moment to thank everyone who subscribed over on Twitter for exclusive content. There's now almost 1,000 of you, and it's been less than a month. I'm absolutely blown away, so thanks for the support. And just a quick reminder, in addition to the exclusive subscriber-only content I'm posting on Twitter, I'm still also posting exclusive content on Patreon, and there's an archive of well over 300 exclusive videos available to everybody who joins. So if you'd like more content, you can click the links in the pinned comment and subscribe on Twitter and join Patreon.
We're just gonna jump right in. I know that you invested through your venture fund into the Elon Musk owned Twitter.
Yes.
How do you think he's doing running the company so far?
It's very interesting. We knew, and we got in at that, the then price, and then of course they priced the options, and this is our foray into venture. So it's a public-private crossover fund. We're democratizing venture capital. And for $500, anyone can participate. We're not taking a carry, so no accredited investor limitations. So we're pretty excited about it, and we're looking to buy more Twitter here.
So you like how he's doing?
We are so excited by what he's doing. Now, regardless of your political leanings, when someone like Tucker Carlson leaves or is fired from Fox and says, I'm putting the show on Twitter, which just happened, something is changing in the media world. 1,
she's right. 2, I speculated this may happen. 3, it did happen. So let me just, still batting 1,000. And 4, I made a video on this very subject yesterday, available only to my Twitter subscribers. And Elon Musk chimed in, describing the tweet and or the video as accurate. By the way, a quick side note, it is such a vibe in Twitter subscriptions right now. I mean, look at this tweet on screen right now from Elon. 11 replies, just over 1,000 views, 72 likes, that's it. If you want to know what he was referring to in detail, go subscribe over on Twitter and check out the video he was responding to. I see an incredible amount of potential ahead for Twitter. Obviously, Cathie Wood does too, hence wanting to buy more Twitter. We really are seeing a seismic disruption happen in real time. This is the end of mainstream media. Mark my words.
And I do believe Elon's push towards an everything app a la WeChat Pay. He did start in the payments industry. I think he's going to be successful.
But there's been reports that revenue is down, I think as much as by like 40% in December. Does that not concern you, or do you know something about the company that we don't?
No, no, I don't. I promise I don't. Everybody thinks I talk to Elon every day. I don't. He'll often, bless one of my tweets, but we really don't talk. I think that the old model wasn't working. It was an unworkable model. And we had pulled away from it. They just weren't able to monetize. And I think he is going to be able to monetize. Sure, there was a shock value of Elon Musk and, his unceremonious, firing of people. But they are turning cash flow positive. I think their advertising is now picking up again. So from a new base, but they've fired 80% of the people. And you know what? I'm a big user of Twitter. It has not skipped a beat.
Well, except for the service being down here and there, but okay.
Does anyone else sense a little bit of butthurt and or an Elon Bad agenda from the interviewer here? Or is it just me?
Okay, so your theory is that it's going to get worse before it gets better, and it's going to get better.
Oh, I think it will get better.
Okay. You're also an investor in Elon through Tesla, longtime Tesla investor.
Yes.
Does it bother you that he's spending so much time on Twitter on top of all his other non-Tesla jobs that he already has?
You know what bothers me? Interviewers with an agenda, asking questions, leading questions such as, aren't you worried that? Does it bother you that? Shouldn't we be concerned that? Don't you worry about? Just wanting a yes. They just want a gotcha. Yes, she said yes, she's worried about. Why not instead ask a more open question such as, how well do you think Elon Musk is managing being CEO of multiple companies? Of course, that's far less likely to elicit a response that propagates the one true narrative, so we can't ask such questions instead. Let's just try and get Cathie Wood, trap her, in responding with a yes to one of our leading questions. This is not journalism. This is propaganda. Good thing the fake news is going away real f***ing soon. Of course, I'm sure Miss Pleasant McNice here would say, I'm a journalist, I'm just doing my job. I'm asking the tough questions. Of course, we can see through this like a pane of glass. It's becoming evident very quickly that this interview is an attempt to paint Elon in a bad light and just get a few sound bites to run some headlines. Cathie Wood, worried about, disappointed by, blah, 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 blah.
I think he surrounded himself by brilliant people at Tesla and at SpaceX and his other companies. I think he's our Renaissance man. He is the inventor of our age, and he's got an enormous capacity to take on new projects. I do think Tesla, the most important project, and we think it's the most impactful AI project out there at Tesla, the autonomous project. I don't know if you, many of you probably do have Teslas. Many people in the investment community clearly don't, because they don't understand what this last software upgrade did for full self-driving. I mean, I think they're almost there.
Hello, officer. I'd like to report a murder. Cathie Wood has just low-key taken a dump across the faces of almost every Wall Street analyst covering Tesla stock who, surprisingly, she seems to believe don't know what the f*** they are talking about.
And we think that opportunity, so he's almost there, we needed him to push and get us there, just like we needed him to push on the EV side and get us there. But he's almost there, and I do think he has time to devote to Twitter. And I think, you know what? If he's happy, I'm happy. He's excited. He's excited, which is fantastic.
I'm going to ask you about autopilot in a second, but you mentioned that he surrounds himself with really smart people at his other companies. He hasn't gotten a CEO for Twitter yet. Do you expect him to? Do you want him to?
Spoiler alert. After this interview took place a few hours ago, Elon Musk tweeted this: excited to announce that I've hired a new CEO for X/Twitter. She will be starting in around 6 weeks. My role will transition to being executive chair and CTO, chief trolling officer, I believe, overseeing product, software, and system operations, not to be confused with PsyOps.
I think he wanted to clean house first and become more transparent, certainly make the algorithms more transparent and help people understand, what is allowed and not allowed, as opposed to, random censoring.
Random censoring? Get f***ed, Cathie. You and I both know that's a load of horse. She's being politically correct here. There was nothing random about Twitter censoring. Let's just leave it there.
So back to autopilot. So I know the TSA regulators are investigating autopilot. Possibility could be even taking it off the road, doing a recall.
I knew it. I knew it. I called it. Stick up her ass. Got your questions. FUD. I'm sure Cathie is about to spit some facts.
As an investor, does that concern you?
NPC confirmed. I literally predicted ahead of time.
Aren't you concerned? Should we be worried about that?
There we go. As like an investor, does that concern you? F***ing idiot. But again, NPC is just going to say, I was just doing my job. I'm just a journalist. No, you're not. You're a purveyor of the one true narrative, looking for a soundbite or a headline. Cathie Wood concerned.
I mean, autopilot is basically the Tesla promise. It's the magic. It's the vision. How monumentally bad would that be? Are you concerned?
Are you concerned? Please say yes so I can get a headline out of this. Please say yes to my leading questions just once. Just say yes.
No, we're not. So first, I want to give all credit to our analysts, Tasha Keeney, Sam Corris, and Daniel McGuire, who just joined us. And They have put together our new Tesla model, the updated Tesla model, which has gotten some publicity. The target price for 2027 now is $2,400, and we're at $170. And most of that, a good part of that, is autopilot. In Tesla's Investor Day, which Tasha and Sam attended, we learned, they brought out data, disclosed data, which showed that a Tesla car with full self-driving is 6 times safer than the average car on the road. It has one accident every 3.2 million miles.
How dare Cathie Wood respond to these leading questions from a potato with some facts and data which don't care about feelings or leading questions.
Whereas the average car has one accident every 500,000 miles. If you were to compare the new Tesla FSD with those, the ones that didn't have that or don't have that capability, it's 6 times safer than the average car, 5 times safer than the old Tesla cars. Now, if there's one thing the National Highway and Safety Transportation Association, NHTSA, needs to pay attention to, it is fatalities. We've had decades of fatalities in autos coming down since the safety driving measures, safety belts and so forth, started upon the scene in the 70s. It went down practically, I'm not sure where the peak was, but it was at least double where it is now. It dropped to 35,000 around the time we started ARC, and to 30,000, and now it's back to 45,000. That is just in the last 8 years. Why is it? It's because of texting and cell phones and so forth. That is their mission. They need to make the roads safer. And one thing I know, every time they examine a fatality, why don't they examine all the other fatalities out there on the road? The other, the ones that kill 45,000 people a year. You only hear about Teslas. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, when they examine those fatalities, most of the time, the majority of the time, they conclude that it is the driver's fault. There's so much monitoring, so many sensors within the car, and they come up with yet another metric that says, you know what? Tesla cars are safer than most cars out there.
But people have gotten into crashes while on autopilot because they were doing other things and not paying attention.
Is it just me, or is this the face of somebody experiencing butthurt? Can you imagine that this is your job? Try to empathize with the poor woman here.
You work for us. The one true narrative. Elon bad, Tesla bad, autopilot dangerous.
You try to elicit a funny response. Aren't you worried? Aren't you concerned with that? And a bunch of facts are then shoved up your very sensitive butthole, and this is the look on your face in response. Of course, I'm just a weird autist, so I could never actually understand what someone's facial expression is saying, could I?
Well, they're supposed to be. If you've used autopilot, you know you have to be paying attention. You have to, and they tell you you have to. It is this last upgrade. I'm glad they beep at you and just make you put your hands on the wheel and keep focused. This last upgrade is pretty astonishing, though.
Fair enough. All right. Still a big Tesla believer. Let's talk about Coinbase.
That awkward moment when, despite your best efforts to trap Cathie Wood with one of your leading questions, she spits nothing but facts, and your only choice is to wave the white flag, not acknowledge any of the facts that were cited, and instead just change the subject. Well done, potato. Now, look, I admit, I've been rather obnoxious to this interviewer / twat / cog in the machine / purveyor of the one true narrative / Elon Bad because they told me so. And I'd like to take this moment to apologise to absolutely nobody. I cannot wait to watch centralised media die a well-deserved death. It's already happening, as I've discussed recently to my Twitter subscribers. Instead of having a broad and open conversation, leading question after leading question, let's try and get a negative headline. Aren't you worried about, should investors be concerned about, what if it gets taken off? F*** you. We see what you're doing, and now that alternatives exist to legacy media, like independent content creators, shout out to this guy, and millions of others, these narrative-pushing, gotcha-seeking spreaders of nothing but negativity will be going the way of the dinosaurs. And I, for one, before anybody says, Stephen, aren't you a hypocrite? You're being negative right now. I only counterpunch. That's the difference. I'm not out here looking for negativity. But when you've got a moron like this, just want to underscore moron, when you have a moron like this, not looking to engage in dialogue and have a conversation to explore topics, but instead, when presented with a counter argument, her leading question just simply changes the subject, I believe I'm well within my right to counterpunch ferociously. By the way, the last time I used content from Axios, these turds attempted to block and or steal revenue from the video. So today this will probably be a freebie, despite the fact that I'm using this content under fair use, adding commentary, and I'm well within my rights to do so. Just wanted to make sure everyone's well informed. This is why the mainstream media can't have nice things. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have conversations, deep and thoughtful discussion, rather than trying to trap and bait Cathie Wood into answering yes to one of her leading questions? I can't wait to dance on the grave of the legacy media. It seems evident that the vast majority of the legacy/centralized/mainstream media outlets don't want you to use your own brain, but instead want to tell you exactly what to think and continue to purport the one true narrative. I, on the other hand, highly encourage everybody to use their f***ing brain all the time on everything. Do not let people, networks, outlets spoon feed your thoughts or opinions or ideas. It might be easier that way, but it's a very dangerous game. Please use your brain all the time, or at least try. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to athleticgreens.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point. It's something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1 is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my god, snake oil salmon's sold out. Oh my god, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. You get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to athleticgreens.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon. And don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.